Hey Ashley, I was just reading your question and figured that it's so loaded that it would be easier for me to just video and answer it for you. So you said you're thinking about getting a camper, but you have 3 dogs, 2 big, 1 small, and you have a pit bull. We haven't run into any issues as far as restrictions on the number of dogs that you can have. Some parks do have like a pet fee. We've actually never run into that either, but like as far as your pit bull goes, a lot of parks do have breed restrictions. However, if your pit bull is a registered service dog or a registered emotional support animal, there's absolutely nothing that they can do about it. And honestly, more than likely, it's not an enforced rule unless your dog is becoming a nuisance or has, growled or shown some kind of aggression to someone or to their pet. My sister has a bully. She stayed with us quite a bit, and we never had any issues, even though we were staying at a park that did have a breed restriction, but he is a registered emotional support dog. So no one ever said anything. No one even asked for that information. But I do think it would be really important for you to kind of look at the parks that you might be interested in staying at, give them a call, see what they have to say about it. And then just kind of go from there. But as for like the number of dogs that you have, that's very rare. It would have to be like a very upscale resort type place to say like you can't have this many dogs. We have several friends who have more than one dog. In fact, my friend Ramanda, I will tag her in this because she has 3 dogs and a cat in her camper, and see what she has to say, because she could probably give you a little bit more of an insight on that. And she actually worked at one of the campgrounds that we stayed at for a while. But anyway, sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so I'm like losing my voice and kind of sniffly. But I hope that helps and answers your question a little bit. Like I said, my sister had a bully, never had any issues. She stayed with us a lot with him. Our Great Dane passed in August, but we had a Great Dane, and her size can be kind of intimidating, but we never had any issues with that as well. But because I've only ever had 2 dogs at a campground, I can't, say firsthand as far as like the number of dogs. I can just tell you that I've seen people with loads of dogs, loads of cats, and they've never had any issues. So I think it's just going to be on a case-by-case basis, and it's definitely worth looking into the main campgrounds that you think you would want to visit. State parks, I think, are a really great place to stay as far as like having a lot less restrictions and stuff. So anyways, hope that helps, and I'm going to tag my friend Ramanda for you.